Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Solana. Kind of an emergency update. I'm not sure if I'm going to call this an emergency update, but obviously we had a huge move yesterday. I actually missed this. I was busy doing some stuff, and then I didn't really look at Solana, and the entire market was not really moving. I mean, obviously there were some cryptos that were moving, but the market in general was not moving that much. And Solana went absolutely crazy, all right? So if you watch my video, I mean, you could have expected at least part of this move because what I said yesterday, and I'm not sure what my bias was. I mean, maybe I said that I felt like it was most likely we would drop. But in the end, what I do remember I said is that I said Solana is now stuck between 92.5 and $100, all right? And we're in this tiny range. And after bullish momentum, you can always get a bullish breakout from that tiny range. And in the end, I mean, I've shown you this time and time again, but Solana is actually doing great. I mean, the total value locked is right now at $1.5 billion. If you go to DeFi Llama, they always have a different calculation or something, but there it's even higher, I think. There's almost $5 billion. So it's getting close to overtaking the BNB Smart Chain. Which is pretty big, all right? Because that's a chain backed by the biggest company in crypto. So, I mean, pretty big things that it's doing right now. Now, obviously, that surge in TVL is also caused by the surge of price of Solana, of Sol, because a lot of the value that's locked on Solana is in Sol coins. All right, so the chain is doing great, but you have to know what's causing this big increase. So what we said yesterday is that if $100 breaks, then we'll probably rally up to the next price target between 112.5 and 117.5. That's what I said. So I'm not sure if you can say that I called this. I at least knew it's a possibility. And if you watch my video, you also knew it was coming from the moment we broke above $100. So hopefully that's valuable enough for you. Right now, the situation is exactly the same. All right. And now I'll tell you why. I mean, it's different, but the same. Because Solana right now, open interest is still strong. All right. We have dropped down a bit in the last, 2-3 hours maybe. But before that, it was still ridiculously strong. You can also see, I mean, we've had dips like this before. I mean, Friday morning, for example, we also had a dip like that. And you all know what happened afterwards. We just consolidated and went on afterwards. So I think the situation is the same as it was on Friday morning. And Friday morning, the situation, as we talked about, was that we were, again, after bullish momentum, stuck in a little box, and then a breakout out of that box will signal what we're going to do next. And that's again the case. Right now we're stuck between, I'm going to be precise, between 110 and 120. That's the key level which we're at, and we're stuck between those levels as support and resistance. Now, ultimately, where we want to get to is this top right here at 140. That's the next price target. Not necessarily only 140. I mean, technically, it drops down all the way to like 135. So maybe I should say like 135 up to 145, or maybe even 150, because that's a beautiful level. This is the next price target. All right. Can we get there? Yes, because Solana is very strong. And like I said, the momentum is still there, even though it's weekend, which is kind of ridiculous. But it's still there. So, by the way, it just came into my head, but this is pretty good news for FTX because they still have so many Sol coins. It's ridiculous. But right now, it's just waiting for a breakout. Solana is either going to break above 120, which is going to cause more bullish momentum up to at least 135, all right? Probably higher, probably 140 or 145. Or Solana is going to drop down below this level right here at 110, which would cause a drop down at least to 100, and then probably consolidation at 100, and from there we'll see again. I mean, it's difficult to say because there's a lot of support here between like 92 and $100, so that's technically the entire support we have initially. And from that support, I mean, if we would drop down now, I would actually say we will consolidate a bit longer. And then eventually, look, I'm still bullish on Solana. So even if we get a bearish breakout below 110 right now, short term we'll drop down a bit. Long term, I still think we're going to get to 150. All right, so it doesn't matter that much, but that's what you need to know right now. If I would have to give you my most likely scenario, and that's purely based on feelings and on my expectation that Bitcoin will fall down a little bit, I would say it's most likely we'll get a bearish breakout. but I would never trade this. It's just my feeling. All right. So those are my thoughts. If you do have any questions, let me know. Don't forget to check out my premium and signal group down in the description or the pinned comment. Very useful, but that's for you to check out. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.